Hey there! Every month, Annie has a call with our Path 365 members and answers their questions. She tackles a wide range of topics from what to do with big emotions, what kinds of tips and advice she has for addressing difficult situations, how to deal with cravings, and so much more. Listen in as she does some real-life coaching for our Path members.
Hey Annie, is there anything I can do when I'm feeling the cravings come on? I find around days 4 to 8 have been really difficult for me, and I just want to keep myself from giving in.
What I would recommend is really just leaning into the craving and experiencing the feeling of it in your body, whether you drink or not. Because often, like, we have this switch where, and this comes from just this brilliant study, and it was done on a lot of different habits, but one of the most notable ones was on cigarettes. And they had people not smoke for 24 hours, and then they sat in a room and they had them had their favorite pack of smokes in front of them. They picked it up, they held it, they and of course their body is like, oh my gosh. And then they would undo the cellophane, pack the pack, smell it, all this stuff. And they walked out of this room and 100% of them smoked. But what they'd never done before is they'd never sat in the discomfort of the craving, and they did it for like 2 hours, and they never sat in it. And then their brain all of a sudden was like, oh, this isn't going to kill me, actually. And then very naturally, very easily over the next, I think they measured 40 days, smoking decreased by some astronomical percent across the board. And so what I would do is just try to allow yourself to surf the urge if you can. And that might have been the thing that people are recommending. But then also let yourself crave a little bit longer before you give in. So try to replicate that experiment at home, right? Like, get out the bottle, pour the bottle, and say, I'm setting an hour-long timer, and I'm going to feel the feelings of this before. Because what's happening in our brains is that we are so afraid of our own feelings. We're so afraid of our own emotions. And we've created boom, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. And so anything that you can do to create more time and just really be like, how is it that I'm actually feeling in my body? Like, because the reality is that even the worst cravings, when we turn off our prefrontal cortex and we're just like, fuck it, I'm just doing it, right? Like, here I go. It actually creates this thing where we're like, whoa, that must have been so hard. But if we just say, okay, well, I'm going to drink in an hour from when I crave it. And in that hour, I'm going to smell it, and I'm going to sit next to it, and I'm going to open the wine, and I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to let my body actually feel the craving and feel the want and feel the desire. Something magical happens. And if you're drinking anyway, there's no harm in this, right? We're all adults here. I get lots of flack because people are always telling me, Annie, you tell people to go, drink alcohol. I'm like, dude, come on. We're all doing it anyway. We're all adults here anyway. Let's just do some stuff that actually works. And the reality is that all of a sudden your brain is like, oh, that didn't kill me. But when you just turn it off, we create this false association, like, I can never feel that. I can never feel a craving. The craving will take me to the ground. The craving will make me so miserable, right? But actually, there's some physical, oh man, and it doesn't kill you. And so I would just try that, see how that goes.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're ready to see how This Naked Mind can help you on your personal health and wellness journey and want to learn more, go to thisnakedmindpodcast.com to learn what your next best step is. Again, that's thisnakedmindpodcast.com. We have all of our free resources, programs, social links, and more available for you there. Plus, if you have your own naked life story to share, you can submit it there as well. Until next week, stay curious.